Guys, great news! Disney is reopening. When? That is the question. Guys, today we're talking about my predictions. I hope you like my Haunted Mansion headband that I'm donning for you today. And I even got out the crystal ball to talk about everything that is factually happening out there in the world, and also my predictions from my crystal ball, which is never wrong, and what I think my predictions are for how Disney is going to reopen, when they're going to reopen. If you're a travel agent, stay tuned to the end of this video because I'm going to be telling you exactly what you should be doing right now to prepare to best support your clients. If you're a consumer, I'll give you some tips as well. But right now, let's talk about reopening timeline on Disney. So guys, this week, the governor of Florida, Ron DeSantis, already had a task force assembled, part of which the president of Disney World is a contributor on. What is this task force doing? Well, they're doing some really key and some really important things. Number one, they're figuring out the timetable in which to reopen Florida tourism, right? All the parks, the beaches, all of the things. And secondly, they're talking about a gradual reopening of tourism. What does that mean? Well, it really means it's going to be kind of like a tiered system. For example, they want to open it up for Florida residents first to kind of go back and kind of start phasing that tourism back in. The next layer is they're going to open it up to the US, to national residents in here in the US, if we're talking about Disney World in particular, which is what I'm talking about today. And then they're going to open it up to international guests last. So that will be the way that they reopen the tourism in Florida. And exact dates we don't know yet, but that's kind of the way that it will unfold. So that's good to know, especially have trips kind of on the books now. You can say, am I an international guest? You can figure out where you fall in that tier system as things start to reopen. But guys, here's the most important, most exciting part is the governor has asked this task force to provide the recommendations by this week. Will those be shared with the public? I don't know yet. None of us really know, but we are waiting every single day, right, on the edge of our seat. I don't know about you. Are you missing Disney? I'm totally missing Disney. Yep, I'm gonna sit here and eat this Mickey ice cream. I go to the best day of my life. Best day of my life. We're waiting for that announcement, but I think it's a great sign that he's asking for the recommendations and they're starting to talk about that process, how it will unfold and how that whole process will happen. So that's super exciting. So I wanted to share my predictions of how I think it's going to happen. I think, let me consult my crystal ball. Yes, I can see exactly what's gonna happen. They're going to start opening tourism for Florida first, and that's gonna be late May, early June time frame is what I'm feeling like. And I feel like by July, it's gonna be open for the US, and then international will kind of depend on how things are going internationally. So it's a little early to make a prediction on that, but that is my prediction. Also, I have a vacation booked for July, and so I'm trying to manifest that as well. So help me, help me. I'm supposed to be leaving today to Disney. I'm supposed to go to the Flower and Garden Festival. Canceled. How rude, but I understand. We all want to stay safe first. And that, of course, will be the primary objective for, I'm sure, the state of Florida and, of course, Disney. Now, I want to talk about what you can expect as things start to reopen at Disney, because it's not going to be the same as it always was. As we're phasing things in, we're looking at how things will reopen. They're even looking at Disney. And what a lot of people think are going to happen, a big rumor, and there's, you know, kind of things and floating around in my circles in the travel industry, is that the Magic Kingdom will likely open first. I like big bows and I cannot lie. So Disney possibly on that tiered system as well. The Disney Magic Kingdom is the least expensive park to operate. It requires the least amount of staff and employees. So we're thinking the hotels around the Magic Kingdom kind of that area will open first, and then it will kind of expand out from there. Now, how that will work with also the tiered system of inviting residents and then the national citizens and then international, we don't really know how those two timelines will come together. We're thinking that Epcot's going to be open last, which I'm so sad about because Epcot's my second favorite park after Magic Kingdom, but Epcot is the most expensive park to run and has also the most amount of staff required. So we just don't know on kind of those timelines yet. We have to kind of wait and see what Disney's going to say. Obviously, they want us to be safe. Now, above and beyond that, some things that you should be prepared for with going back to Disney, if you have a trip planned in summer, fall, or maybe even through, you know, the upcoming year, there are going to be new standards in place. Things like temperature screenings may become part of the process. So kind of like when you, we never used to have to do bag check, right, in Disney World, and now everybody has to go through bag check. So if you're staying on property, they have touch points where you go through bag check. I'm thinking they're going to put the temperature screening in those same places because that only makes sense strategically and operationally. You already have to stop to get your bag checked. Of course, so the infrastructure is already set up to have a checkpoint. So I think that they're gonna add those temperature checks at that point. So they're gonna have guidelines. If you're running a temperature or running a fever, you're probably not gonna be allowed to get into the park, I would imagine. Are they gonna require things like face masks? We don't know yet. So we're waiting to see those. I imagine some people will still have those because if you're in the high risk group or things like that, it might be something that will be an extra measure that makes you feel more comfortable. But will they require it? I don't know. We have to kind of wait and see and take Disney's direction on that. The other thing that they're talking about at Disney, and it kind of snuck out on the My Disney Experience one day, we saw that they were testing virtual queues. So what is a virtual queue? Kind of like Rise of the Resistance in Hollywood, they have a process where you can get in line and then you come back when it's time to ride the ride, and they put you kind of in these virtual queues so you're not standing in line in that congested format. So we think that they're testing a virtual queue rollout process that might be part of the new world in Disney. We just don't know yet. So this is going to impact a lot of the ways that people get in and circulate in Disney. Some of them I think could be really amazing because I'm a fan of virtual queues. Who wants to stand in line? That's not a fun thing. So if I can spend my time doing other things or walking around or taking pictures or talking to you guys, I would love to do that and just go back at my ride time, right? So it'll be interesting to see how it works with the Fast Pass process and then also how this new virtual queue thing might integrate into Disney. So stay tuned for that. Travel agents everywhere better be paying attention to how that's going to work so they can best educate their clients. So there'll be a lot going on in the upcoming days, weeks, and months with Disney. If you are a consumer, I want to remind you, now more than ever, use a travel agent. Use a travel agent because things are moving so fast, so furious. As an agency owner myself, we get updates directly from Disney. We get updates directly from travel suppliers all over the world, so we know what's going on. We know how to help our clients have the best, amazing time. So if you're not already using a travel agent that you know, love, and trust, we're actually coming out with a list in about a week or so that you'll be able to download. So check back, and when it comes out, I'll add it into the description of this list. So if you're watching this video in the future, woo, when all my predictions were right, woo, then you can grab that list below. It's probably already in the description, but give us a couple weeks on that if you're watching this as a brand new video. Secondly, I promise, if you are a travel agent, part of my job as an industry expert is I teach travel agents how to grow and supersize their travel businesses. And guys, there is stuff you should be doing right now to prepare and be in the best position to take advantage of Disney's reopening. So let me go through my top hot list for you there.
Psst. Hey, travel agent, pay attention. This is what you've been waiting for.
Number one, you need to stay informed. Keep watching videos like this. Make sure you're reading your updates from Disney. Make sure you have all of the relevant information and understand how it's going to impact your clients' vacations. That's so important to make sure they have the most magical time possible. So you're going to need to stay on top of the information. Number two is don't stop marketing. We're still booking trips. I know that there's travel bans on right now. I know Disney's closed right now. We are still booking Disney vacations every single day in our agency because guess what? When the I'm open sign goes on, space is already tight, you guys, for fall and through the end of the year, so you should already be booking right now, even though people can't go to the park right this minute. People are still booking vacations. Don't think that you are closed for business. You are not. You should still be booking vacations right now for your clients, especially if they want to have a hope of going when stuff reopens and everybody kind of wants to shuffle in and get their spot in line. And also what a lot of people aren't thinking about is, I love the idea that it's only Florida residents and then it's only US, because there's gonna be less people in the park. That's gonna be the best time to go, that happy window where just the US can kind of go. So there's gonna hopefully be a little bit less attendance. I think that's amazing. I will be there at rope drop when my vacation is scheduled, and I hope that my prediction is right and that our July vacation goes off without a hitch, which we'll be sharing on this channel as well. Which, by the way, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do that. Next thing on the travel agent list is make sure you are educating your clients, right? As the information comes in, make sure you're helping them. For people who don't love and eat, breathe, and sleep Disney every day, they are not going to understand what it means when you've strategically put together an itinerary that they're flowing through the park where they're fast passes and they're dining and everything works systematically. When you just throw virtual queues into the mix of it, how is that going to impact their vacation or their experience that they might have for that day? And what do you need to think through, give them advice on, help them to have that most magical trip? So I want you thinking about those things now and how that could impact your clients' vacations, and keep them educated. That's how you stay their best resource. That's why they book every vacation with you, because you know more than the average person and can help them get a more amazing experience than the family next to them that didn't use a travel agent. Aw, poor family.
Sorry, Bobby. Mommy didn't know how to work the fast pass system because we didn't use a travel agent. Now we have to wait 3 hours in line.
But at any rate, the last thing I want to say is, if Disney turns back on this afternoon, right? We know it's not turning on this afternoon, but point being is, the minute Disney turns back on, you better be ready for what you want to say to the world. If you are an agency owner or a travel agent, we have not been taking time off, y'all. We have been spending weeks and weeks and weeks working on our marketing, working on what are we gonna say when Disney opens? What are we gonna say when cruises comes back online? What are we gonna say when we do this? You should have these in place in your agency. If you don't, you are doing a disservice to your business, and it is why you aren't gonna have as many leads as everyone else is. So if you're not already doing those things, or it seems overwhelming, or you don't know how to do the marketing, maybe you've never done real marketing before, when I'm talking about sales funnels and reaching out to people and doing all of those things that will get you the best impact and generate more leads in your business. If you don't know how to do those things, go over to cruiseonvacation.com and check out all of our free resources that we have for you there, or check out our masterclass. You can go to wanderlustceo.com/masterclass and take a free class for travel agents on how you can better monetize your travel agency or start your business if it's not started, or you're thinking about getting into the industry. So guys, I hope this video was helpful for you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. I love you guys so much, and don't worry, we'll be at Disney soon. Until then, keep those ears ready. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Hey guys, Cindy Williams here. If you enjoyed the last video, make sure you check out our other content. There's so many great things to help you. And also, you can travel around the world with me and find out what I'm doing in my own travel businesses too. Check it out.